Hello, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. Woo! Fun! Low energy day today. Yeah, that's how we do things around here. Last time the team arrived back in Stormsledge, had a bunch of discussions about the fungus creatures that they had recently fought, and talked to the wizard in the tower. Sent some messages to Varys about the fungal stuff that was related, that was doing stuff with the mechanism up at the top of the tower, that was in charge of all of the Black Sun calculations that those before were doing. Found out that during the fight, this part of this mechanism had been flashing strange lights, doing weird things. That was very interesting. The team wanted to investigate more, not having much knowledge on Underdark fungal creatures. Thought best to go and talk to the dwarves here, see if they had any information about it, and were invited to take a look at the library. After some inventive translations, they were able to discover some information about how the fungal creatures are supposed to work, at least from other people's experiences in the Underdark, and found that it's supposed to be that they are generally peaceful, and don't often attack people who come down, but apparently we've found that that was not true of these ones. They also live in colonies. They have their own separate little hives. And once they'd perused this information, made some discoveries, that was when they were finally provided with some help. It was the last moments before we ended last time. The head monk arrived back and had a younger dwarf in tow with him, and said, "Well, he was meant to help. I guess you've look like you found what you were looking for."
Are you sure? I feel like a professional translation would help.
Yes, if you have any more information around this topic, and Varys will show them the book they've been looking at.
Sure. The young dwarf will take the book and read from it a little bit. Ah, yes. I've seen some other works from this adventurer. Somewhere around here. I'll use the stacks a little bit and pull forth a couple more books. Yes, so this one deals with the Hells. You need information about the Hells?
Varys will kind of look at Thrakus.
Why are you guys looking at me? What?
Is this the same book we were reading that was supposedly about the Underdark?
No, so he's produced two more books. He's showed you one of these is about the Hells.
Okay.
He's stated that these are written from the same adventurer.
Yeah. It couldn't hurt to have information about the Hells.
Okay,
Okay.
that's true.
Does the book have pictures?
I believe so.
Cool.
Flips through a couple and shows you a picture, a interesting sketch of what looks like a cityscape, but all of the buildings are made of bone, and there seems to be fire and blood everywhere.
Huh.
Ah,
Kinda
not
looks
light
homey.
reading.
Yes, this is one of his earlier works. As he goes back to the Dark One and goes to the end. This one was published by his descendants, as he was lost somewhere in the Underdark before he was able to complete this one. But his first work, and he pulls out the final book that he produced, was about the mountains, mountainous ranges of his homeland, of our home, I guess our ancestral home.
Okay.
I can try and find translations for these for you. Might take
That
me a
would be
little-
much appreciated. Yes.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Sorry, one further question. You mentioned descendants of this adventurer. Are any of them still around?
Perhaps. Too short. Let me take a look. And he goes over to the goes over to the section of the library that you had initially started looking through, which was the people libraries, the ancestry books that you were reading through, and takes off one of the tomes. You see him tracking a lineage from this person. Yes, as it happens. His great grandsons is here. I think you probably know him, actually.
Oh?
Alamein, Winifred.
Oh. Oh, okay. Is he around at all?
The head monk will say, yes, yes, he's definitely around here somewhere.
Okay. I think if we are to, we should organize it early if we can. If we're to head in and try and meet these mushroom people, maybe taking a descendant of this same adventurer would be a good idea.
Certainly couldn't hurt.
Yes, perhaps a familiarity with the lineage. If it's the same hive mind, it might remember that.
Or perhaps if it's a different hive mind, then if we do happen to meet the hive mind that this man is an ancestor of, hang on, this man's ancestor had a friendship with, maybe we can glean some more information, or perhaps allies.
Sounds good to me.
All right. I'll see if I can find him.
Yes, please.
The young monk will say, it's going to take me a little bit to translate these two. Feel free to.
Wonderful.
For a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to be back in a few days anyway, if that helps.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can probably get this done in a couple of hours.
Oh, wonderful. That would be handy, but if it needs more time, then that's understandable too.
He said he is setting up a ritual spell to be able to actually, to magically translate them. He's not going to be manually doing that.
I'm glad. Good stuff.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Headmonk will go, okay, well, you want to follow me? We'll see. Jumping down.
Sounds good.
Right. Well, he'll lead you out of the library, deeper into the temple. As you get deeper and deeper in, you start to smell on the air a very nice smell. The smell of succulent meats and strong ale. You find the temple, constructed temple that they're in, sort of starts to give way from standard wood and brick and mortar to carved cave walls. You realize they've broken through the back of this building and have set themselves up in a cave, basically. They've crafted themselves a cave back rooms to this place.
Ugh.
Yeah, deeper and deeper in. And you come into a large hall that has been crafted from the stone. A dining hall filled with plenty of dwarves, more than you realized were housed here at all.
Are you saying there's a backrooms dining hall?
Yes.
They have like a speakeasy under their temple?
Basically, yeah.
That's cool.
And you see, yeah, it's probably about lunchtime-ish right now. Yeah, it definitely will be. So you see there's rows of tables lined with dwarves, deep and hill alike. Who are having lunch, sharing many a glazed meat and pitcher of ale. You see, very plainly, you've seen him before. The dwarf known as Alamain, sitting by himself at a smaller table off to the side, smoking a pipe and having a bit of ale.
Can't
Can we
remember.
maybe get a description of Alamain again?
Sure. He is an older, wizened dwarf. Is about the same height as you, Varus, but is stouter, thicker, muscular.
Yeah, like 3 Varuses wide.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's got a shorter beard than you would expect from a dwarf his age. And he is withered. He is wearing combat leathers. Seems like he's ready to be in a fight, even though he looks like he is relaxing. He has suffered through some things that you have also seen.
Man after our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Same.
He's wearing a shirt, right?
Yeah.
Does Alamain also have cum gutters?
You don't know. He's so, of course, so he completely differentiated from the rest of the dwarves here by the fact that he does not appear to be wearing the monk garb. Right? He is not. He doesn't have robes on. He's got proper studded leathers on, thick boots. He is an adventurer at heart. He's left the city and come back before, so you see all of that on him compared to the others.
That's right.
You guys fishing for cum gutters?
No, I'm just trying to remember who this guy is.
I
don't
I
think
mean, if
Jun
they're gonna
knows
be
him,
there,
no.
though, I'm happy to ask about them.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't think Jun has met him, actually, yeah.
I think that, yeah.
So it was Nemi.
I think Nemi met him. I think
Yeah.
we went
Yeah.
in with her.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's dark hair, dark beard, not particularly old for a dwarf, but getting probably middle-aged. As far as you guys are aware, for a dwarf.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the head monk will lead you guys up to him and say to him, Winifred, good to see you're still around. Don't think I need to introduce this lot. No, you don't. What's
Well, maybe a couple of us. And Versal gestured to our newbies, Jun and Avril.
Hmm?
Jun will nod in a kind of collegial way.
he'll
What?
look up at you over his pipe and go, well, this one's a bit young.
I'm
Yeah.
old enough.
It's not really
Meh.
for you to say, is it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Maybe by dwarf standards.
Mm.
Humans are a peculiar bunch, for sure.
I mean, we're probably all the wrong age by dwarf standards, right? I don't think any of us is even close to 100.
Nope.
Not as
I
far as
don't-
I'm aware.
I don't even know how old I am, mister, so...
Well, depending on which timeline you use, you could be thousands of years old.
How many?
Faye does do strange things to time. That's true.
See, how do we know how old we are when we were in the Feywilds? For how long?
Hmm.
Oh, you've been to the Feywilds.
Chronology is strange there.
Mm.
I have
Was that
been there myself.
was that place that I was in? You had to show me the pictures about it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Traveling back took memories from this one, unfortunately.
Oh, that is a rough patch you got yourself in.
Nah, it's cool. They showed me like cool moving pictures, and now I totally get it.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Versal Wafer's getting over a piece of paper and just show like a couple of things that we fought, like the Wild Hunt. Stuff like that.
Seeing you perform magic with your gun like that,
Mhm.
you see that he's been sitting there with his like legs up, smoking on his
Mhm.
pipe mostly, and then when you do this, his legs slip off and he like like sits up straight. He goes, "Oh,
Hmm?
well, that looks like the Feywild."
Yes. We met a couple of queens, but that's by the by. We did come here with a request, I think.
Okay.
We're dealing with fungus issues. And we believe that an ancestor of yours was familiar with some fungal mind, potentially.
Ah, I see. The mushroom.
I've tried telling him there's a cream for that.
Yeah, there is a cream for most things.
So you go fight.
Whether or
fight
not
this
it
fungus.
works is another thing.
Well, I mean, it was pretty powerful divine healing. I would hope it was gone.
Yes, yes, greater restoration does fix up a lot of that stuff. It is interesting that you were infected in such a fashion, though.
Myself and another one of our group. There were also people in a town that had been taken over as well too.
A town. has been taken.
Yes.
Hold up. Did we tell him that you were infected?
I did kind of infer from what you were saying about cells and bombs.
Jin narrows his eyes at this guy. Ah.
He just sort of taps on his noggin, not knowingly at you.
Hmm.
And also, well, a town being infected, and these being so violent, is
Hmm.
entirely unheard of. At least from my ancestral knowledge of the fact.
We believe that they may possibly be different hosts of a hive mind. Yeah, different areas being their own individual colonies. Perhaps the one that your ancestor met is benevolent, but we definitely met one that was not.
Yes. It's just my ancestor. She would have met with a lot of colonies, not just the ones that he's mentioned in his biographies. And they've all of them have been peaceful to the point of pacifism. Some have definitely defended their territories, but none have ever attempted to take over the surface or even approach it. The Underdark is their domain, and that's where they prefer to stay. I'm sure.
These ones were definitely not under anything dark, sir.
I see.
They were in a mine, but had, yes, taken over the town surrounding it, infecting a lot of people.
Yes, I'm sure you saw that they were susceptible to the sun as well, right?
That helped, but it did not destroy them on its own.
Yes. It doesn't. The stronger, mature fungal creatures are resistant to light in general, but it still pains them, which is why they don't want to edge to the surface most of the time. They don't want to take over or do anything up here. Even really approach the sun. So it's very interesting that the under colony that does that.
Or at least is doing. Whether or not that's a natural thing for them to be doing.
Yes, there may perhaps be outside influence. They were very keen on killing.
I see.
Well, yeah. They did, giving them more numbers, I assume.
That's very concerning. Well, you've piqued my interest. I will gladly accompany you to these creatures, find out more about them.
Wonderful. We have business back in town, but we will be back in a few days, so that should give us time to stock up or get anything we need.
Is there anything you'd recommend we take?
Fire, light, It's pretty much the big ones.
Well, we've got that covered.
Perfect.
Jordan gives a pointed look at Ailey and Avril.
Hmm?
He said fire.
Yeah. What about it?
You've got it covered. You're
Only
good
if-
at fire.
I've only got it covered if you put something over it. Like that puts it out. Bron is trying so hard not to laugh.
Jim just
silly.
sighs.
Nothing gets past this one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
She's the smartest one in the group.
Right.
It's not my fault you speak weird.
Well.
Hmm.
Yes. Other than that, I would say you would want a good healer.
Oh, I'm learning to do that.
I'm meaning more in the divine sense.
You just see
No.
Kiss do the thumb to the forehead, bag's not gesture.
Hey.
Grabbing onto one of your horns.
Divine healing. So you gotta like ask nicely?
Alright. I'm fresh out of divine healing.
I mean, I can ask, but I doubt it.
Ask. You have someone you can ask for healing?
I don't think healing's usually her thing.
Okay.
But she seems to like you, so you never know.
Exactly. I can ask.
She heals the way Jamie does.
I don't know. I mean, last time she healed us, she took my eyeball as well.
I cannot ask if you would prefer.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to you.
I think maybe Thoricus should unbag Snot. And take this one for the team.
Oh god, fucking do it. I'm not very good at this stuff, guys.
I mean,
I couldn't even help Varys.
we could, perhaps, I think weren't, Lana and Ailey's brother hanging around with, Jamie? Could we ask them for help?
Oh god. So what do I need to
That is
learn?
the person who's not me. It's hard help.
Aha!
That was a question.
What was the question?
So what do I need to learn?
What's it? The Riker's asking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, specific spell I'm thinking of is Greater Restoration. It's
Ah.
quite important for cleansing the fungal infection.
Could it just be greater fire ration? I could do that.
No, it seems
That
to be,
kills things, usually.
yeah, I mean, it would work
Oh.
in a sense. I think it is kind of both magical and an infection, so it needs something, I don't know, strong, I guess. The priest who did it looked pretty tired after 2 of them.
You had a priest who could perform 2 of them?
Yes, myself and Reptar, who was the first one in the mine.
Reptar?
Yeah.
Yes, I know it is a silly name.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, a priest who could do that twice would absolutely be welcomed. From what it sounds like, he's not an adventuring type, though. right?
Not to my knowledge, I believe, is stationed at the temple, so I imagine that's their place of operation.
I see.
If you think Averil's young, I don't think you want Reptar.
Everill's gonna turn around and fume. And
Yep.
you're getting a lot of shuffling and stamping of feet. Because
Oh,
you've
yeah.
just insulted him twice.
Yeah.
Between you.
Yeah.
There's a bright red face. But you can't see it because I'm just gonna wander off and go look at interesting things on the walls.
Fair.
Hang on. I want to see if I can pull this off real quick.
Uh-oh.
You think it's good enough? You think it's good enough, DM, for me to figure out what's going on there?
I reckon, but that's my opinion.
No. You don't beat Apple's passive deception, so...
God damn. Alright. I'll keep snarky remarks to myself. I'll bottle
I
those
don't know,
for
man.
later.
What are you talking about? I'm not good at lying. What?
Better than me. Wait, we have a passive deception?
You have a passive everything.
Yeah, it's just not
Yeah, it's
necessarily on the sheet
Okay,
in an obvious place.
cool.
It's the number that's next to your modifier in the skills section.
Yep.
Varys has a passive acrobatics of 19.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Very acrobatic.
Which is madness.
Mm-hmm.
So my passive wisdom's 17.
Did you say this is madness?
This
This
is-
is Defy Wild!
It's actually Storm's touch. Thank you very much. Anyway.
Come on.
Anyway.
Aw.
Mm.
Professional killjoy.
I'm gonna take my butt hurt. I'll be over here.
Yeah. Alamane will continue. So, yeah, with appropriate healing and fire, we could absolutely clear out a colony that's causing problems very easily. If it's encapsulated an entire town's worth of people, probably a lot of fire, a lot of healing, but
We have a lot of fire, for sure.
I can do that. I can like turn into a whole big ball of fire. It's pretty cool.
perfect.
Yes. If you could also look out for healing people, that would be great. We'll see what we can do.
Yes. So that would clear out the bulk of the threat, of course. But to truly cull, to truly cut this thing out, we need to find its core. Essentially, there'll be a single entity that will consider its main voice, its main host. That will be somewhere in the center of its colony. And if you kill that creature, it won't completely annihilate the colony, but it'll force it to reassert its mind, if that makes sense. You'll have to select a new main host. That could give you quite a bit of time. Cut it back, do whatever you need to do to get rid of it, if that's the ultimate goal. It's possible that after that it'd fix it. Could change its mind about what it wants to do entirely.
Or if we wiped out enough of it, it could decide that it hates us all forever.
That is true.
I'd be pretty mad if you wiped out most of my group.
That is fair.
Except for the ones who keep saying nasty things about someone I like. I mean,
Wow, this brick is fantastic. I've got a sketch.
Yes, anyway.
Was that mission?
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh, healing and fire.
Healing and fire. Oh, it's official.
Alright.
5. Hmm.
Okay. Well, I can be ready to follow you right now whenever you want.
We are going to a ball, a masquerade ball.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
You can come with us if you like.
it's not really my thing.
Gonna be weird.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you can organize things in the meantime,
Okay.
meet back here.
We have to go. It's all political and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Looking at Alien, they are actually extremely excited about coming.
Like vibrating with excitement.
Yeah.
You're probably the only one in the group.
Yeah. Never been to a ball in so long. So many shiny things to steal from people.
Finally.
Glittery dreams.
Everyone might be looking forward to it. I don't know.
Depends on who else is coming.
This wall is really old and stuff. Like taking a charcoal rubbing of it, or one of the pit, like something interesting that I can see.
Yeah, I mean this entire room seems to have been handcrafted essentially. Like they've slowly carved this entire hall out of solid rock. So every detail of every pillar and every wall is hand picked out of it.
Tooled?
Yeah,
And he's a dwarf. That's racist too. I'm just kidding.
done by.
That's
done by
culture,
dwarves
love.
for sure. So yeah, there are quite a few very interesting patterns.
Yep.
Artworks, for sure.
Picture me looking among those patterns for shit that's interesting, and blocking my ears and la 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 to what the others are saying.
Oh, we're so mean.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking Avril might like
Taking
to
on
get
the
dressed
orphan.
up. But, you know, whatever.
I believe we'll at least have help with our tailoring.
Oh, good. Never been good at that. Can
No.
usually convince people that what I'm wearing is fine if they're stupid enough, but
Hmm.
I'm not actually good at the clothing bit.
I'll
Yeah,
just
I've
give
got.
it a good spit polish. It'll be fine, right?
Yeah. Probably not, but we'll see.
I am referring to Jamie's, like, friggin' family.
Oh, Jamie's armor?
Thing. Yeah.
Hmm.
Very
This
fancy.
bit of rock looks like it's all raggedy, like it's been wearing this rag ever since it left home. That's pretty interesting.
So we'll definitely get some clothes for it. I don't mind making my own mask, but I'm not really a seamstress.
Do you know where we might find a tailor or seamstress or what have you? In Stormsledge?
Wakeloy
thought we were-
was going to get you tailored outfits.
You guys way cooler. That means I don't get to choose.
Mine. It didn't exactly grab your sizing or anything, so you probably organize a few days to go and see your tailor.
I mean, Thoricus is not going to put any of that shit on.
Fair
She
enough.
knows what she's wearing.
Yep.
Yep.
She is particular. She's got a plan.
We really should get to making our masks though, or organizing some stuff. I don't know. I don't know what Wakel's plans are. I don't give a shit.
Jun
Hmm.
grins at you and changes just his face to to a dragon, like a full-on black dragon muzzle.
Ooh. Well,
like,
I think you've got that
winks.
sorted.
Mm-hmm.
I think my tailoring's pretty good.
Yes, but it might be a bit too realistic if you want to be truly anonymous. You might be giving away some things.
They won't be able to tell. They're all idiots.
Especially where booze is involved.
Hmm.
How did our dwarf friend react to me changing my face?
Not at all, actually. Didn't seem to mind one bit.
Hasn't even flinched.
No, he still seems to be very focused on Varys's magical abilities with his gun.
See something you like there?
I'm just curious
Hmm. What's up?
about your weapon, its capabilities.
Varys will spin it and then hand it to him, handle first. Feel free to have a look.
He'll gently take it off your
Mhm.
look over it. Excellent craftsmanship.
Thank you. Much appreciated. It's one of a kind.
Hand it back to you.
Hmm.
And then he will flick out his wrist. And a sparkle of starlight, essentially, a flicker of stars, inky black void will appear out of his sleeve and slowly morph into an almost identical piece to his hand. You've seen this before.
Mhm.
This weapon. In general, will recognize this very much as the summoning of a pact weapon.
Ooh.
And we'll flip it around.
Flattered.
Flip it around himself and
Mhm.
hand it off to you as a handle first as well.
Have a look at it. Very nice.
Yes, it is made of a metal you can't identify, as it is
Mhm.
inky black and covered in stars. Like looking at it more closely, give it a proper look over. It's hard to tell where the actual metal begins and ends. As looking through it, you see that there's actually it's like you're actually peering into the astral plane by looking into it.
Mhm. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's hard to get a grip on, but from what you know
Mhm.
about firearms and where things should be, it's very interesting. And it looks
Nice.
very much like the pieces that you've seen that were manufactured in Aurora and other parts of the kingdom, like this.
Mhm.
Your technical skill is enough to realize that this is probably the master piece that the others would build from.
And this was the blueprint.
This was the
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Varys will. He doesn't need to, but I think having somebody to appreciate his work, wants to show off a little bit, and he'll just lift his eye patch slightly to get a better look at the weapon.
Okay. Are you gonna like use any of the effects or just?
No, just having a look with it.
Your eye is much better at tracking down the edges of this,
Mm-hmm.
as it's not fooled by the illusion essentially,
Mm-hmm.
and is able to get a better grasp of it. But yeah, it's very, very interesting seeing something that is inherently magical,
Mm-hmm.
but also seems to be crafted by some unseen hand.
Cool.
Yeah, it's uncanny how much of it how much the construction of it resembles the stuff that you and your dad were working on.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously not. It's not exactly the same as the weapon that you made.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But there are
there's
similarities in the structure of it,
yeah,
like convergent design.
kind of. Yeah, convergent design could be it. That's something that you might pick stuff like, okay, like a weapon's a weapon. This is, you would imagine that if someone had the same idea, they would go down the same route as you.
Mm.
The firing mechanism makes sense a lot logistically. The barrel,
Mhm.
the bullets, it all makes sense that someone would come up with the same idea somewhere else. But there are too many things in here that make it seem like, was someone watching you? Was some being watching this and has your knowledge over this? They feed that to Palamane, or construct this weapon from
Mm. Varys's eyes narrow probably for a second. And then he hands it back. Quality craftsmanship.
that. As you go to hand it back, you realize it's suddenly out of your hand and back in his.
Hmm.
Sorry about that. It's just the way this thing works. It'll disappear back up his sleeve.
A magic trick.
Kind of.
Hmm.
A gift and a price.
We used to have a friend who had a weapon that could do that.
Used to.
You have a friend.
You
Karen?
still have a friend who has.
I was talking about the
I-
one where the price was his life.
I don't know this friend.
Mm.
Was before you
the rest of the group just goes for a few seconds.
Yep.
Yes. Strange. Interesting.
Yes. Well, again, I'll be here. I'll get whatever I can ready. I'll be very, very interested to see what has caused this colony to go so rogue.
Indeed. I think we have a lot to catch up on.
Indeed. Well, head monk, who's sort of just been milling around while you guys have been talking. We'll come back and go. Do you want to stay for lunch? I can have some stuff brought over.
Oh yes, please.
That's very
That
kind of
would
you.
be wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank
John
you.
would be the first person to say, "Oh yes, please, it's food."
Don't tell me you don't want tasty food.
No, I'm not saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled up your ass and died.
Would you like a mirror?
I did no. What? I did not touch the child.
My goodness.
Oh fuck, man.
Only the people
People are
who have
touchy. You
been
need to eat food. Come on.
mean to me today are getting the same meanness back, and I think that's fair. Varys probably will back me up and tell me that it's fair.
Huh? What?
Exactly.
Ah, okay.
I was not mean to you today.
Both you and Therakas teased me about why would I want to go to the ball unless someone's coming. That's really...
No, I didn't. I said that you might want to dress up.
Before that, both of you said something stinky. I
What,
didn't
just-
like it.
Statements?
Let's go get food or something.
Yep.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
And the monk will motion over some servers, bring you massive plates of glazed meats and differing delectables, fruit pies and the like, as well as some very fine dwarven ale. And you'll have a nice little lunch. And the caves and the back rooms behind the table.
Varys is going to let Fluffy Gregory Beefers out to have a fly around as well.
Alright.
While we're eating.
Well, for a dwarven great hall, it is the ceilings are extremely high, so it does have quite the range to get through. Some places to perch as well.
Yeah.
There are some gargoyle-esque statuettes at the tops of many of the pillars within it that he's fascinated by.
We'll then explore to his heart's content, provided he doesn't break anything.
Those are very gentle. Good. But at the end of
Not
your
much anymore.
meal, the young monk who lived in the library comes in. Back of papers. I'll approach you guys at your dining table. And go. Here are the translations of those two books.
Ah, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Much appreciated.
Bow and take his leave. You now have 2 novels, 2 biographies.
More people reading at night when they should be sleeping.
What was that?
Nothing.
You want some energy back too?
What?
Thrakus is just trying to sort of lean
Ah.
back out of Everald's eye line and just
Yeah.
does the don't do it, shakes the hand under the chin thing. Like,
Varys just moves so that he's behind the hat. I stay out of eyeline. Maybe I won't get any of this energy myself.
I'm just
It's
gonna
not the
like
thing- Oh, sorry.
grumble, grumble, shuffle kick, grumble, grumble.
I'm starting to think the next time one of us goes down, she's not going to be helping us. Ooh.
She'll be fine.
That's right, John. I will be fine as soon as people stop being nice.
I am being nice.
I'm gonna turn around at Judd and put my fingers up beside my ears and give the biggest raspberry that I possibly can.
Oh my fucking god, in public too.
And then a really big grin.
Jin will grin back and like give you a raspberry back, but as he does so, like turn his face into this like a one of those monkeys that have oh no, like the squirrels that have really big cheeks. and like poof them out all the way to give you a raspberry back. That's like extra silly.
Codswallop just sort of sits up and does a woof at you in a very like, what the fuck? Confused by squirrel. Wants to eat squirrel, but this is Jun.
Jun makes a squirrel chittering noise at him.
Oh, don't tease him. Oh gosh, he's hungry too.
You would have gotten some dwarf food for sure.
Yeah, presumably we fed him dwarf.
Are we mid-meal now? Yeah.
You're
Okay.
probably
I'm sure the dwarves would appreciate a warhound as well too.
He's such a pretty boy.
probably would at your chittering get real close up to you and sniff at you, confirming your identity, and then lick you. Go into your squirrel face.
Just gonna make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
He's a good boy. Jun will
You know he
give him
looks bollocks
scratches.
with that, right?
Jun doesn't care. He's giving the dog scritches.
Oh, Thoracus is making enemies today.
But yes, reading over the translations you've been given. Now able to make full heads or tails is now common. The common name of the one of the two books is Of the Underdark and Of the Hells are the two titles, written, documented by Ralgus Coinmental.
Interesting name. Coin mental.
Coinmental.
Mental.
Haley, you
So
think you'll
not Dragon Madness.
Haley, you think you're ever gonna, have enough coins you can make a whole mantle out of them? That'd be freaking sick.
Ailey is just like sitting there peering into this big tub of ale that they have brought her. Just staring deep into it lovingly. And he hears that, and like, you're not sure if she's drunk on the drink or on the idea that you've just put in her head, and goes, I'm gonna make a whole house out of coins, and then continues drinking.
Okay.
Out of character, do you think Ailey knows that gold is soft and that if there's a significant amount of heat around it, that it will just not be a gold house, it will be a gold puddle?
Still be gold?
Yeah.
I think Ellie might not care.
Actually, to that point, Ailey would be probably more familiar about the composition of all coins and currency than any of you.
True.
And would
Being
know
a
that
copper.
and would know that copper, silver, gold, and platinum coins are mainly that in name only and are generally plated as opposed to actually made of those substances. Because otherwise, it would be gold coins would be melting in your hands.
Well, that's not that low, but
But
they would be chipped off.
Exactly. So, yes. But they definitely thought about the idea of melting coins down and building an entire house out of them.
Or just like tiling your house with
Yeah.
coins.
They want us enough to, like, live in coins. A palace of coins of gold. Yeah,
A gold-plated
very
bathtub you
dragon.
can fill with coins.
exactly.
Fuck yeah.
They want to dive into a vault full of coins in a swimming pool. Anyway.
Never snooze.
They want a Scrooge McDuck in
They
coins.
absolutely do. So, yeah, what's the plan? After you've finished lunch and received these translations, it's just after lunch now. Go next. What do you want to do? We've got a couple of days before the ball. You could head back for that. You could mill around here. There's plenty of magical shops and stuff in Stormsledge where there's not in Ogre and the like. Obviously, more magical people to talk to. Got Joe and everybody else, Alphon and all that, up in the fabrication station.
Yes, and we should certainly look at getting all manner of healing assistance while we're here, given that it's available.
So, what would you like to do first?
Joe and then shopping?
Yeah, sure. Is there anything that we need to talk to Joe about?
We did speak with him earlier.
Oh, did we?
No?
With the wizard up in the tower.
Wait, Joe wasn't with the wizard? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nope.
So,
They're in the fabrication station.
so you wanted to see if Joe could interpret the images that the lights in the mechanism produced.
Oh, yes.
As Crash seemed to have some knowledge about him, but not enough to really put any of that stuff together. So
Okay.
Joe might be better at that. Yeah. To get to Joe, you would need to go through you don't have the teleportation circle knowledge or up in the fabrication station, so you would need to manually make your way there, which is through the spooky cave system.
Oh yes, the spooky cave system.
Alrighty.
Hey, Avril.
Hmm?
Wanna see some spooky caves?
Fine.
We're going to go through some spooky caves to talk to a magical metal man.
But that means I gotta have the lights on again, because otherwise I can't see where I'm going.
True.
Oh, that's okay.
You're
Is
not
there
the
any
only
color?
one.
Is there any color that anybody wants in particular?
I'm not particularly worried, so Varys, you can pick.
Just not red. I think that gave me some weirdness last time.
So
Actually, just do whatever you like. It's fine. I'll be okay.
I'll try white light this time when we go. I just thought that red light might make the monsters less able to see us.
I
That's
don't
a
know
good
if
idea.
color matters. It might just be the light itself. It also just depends on what that is, I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just putting up the map for the mines for the
Ooh.
that we would do. It was so long ago. Yeah.
So
How long ago was it? Was it
that-
long enough ago that we leveled up?
I think it was actually like a couple of levels ago.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine.
Yeah.
I've been this level since I joined. But if I tease the DM about it, does it get more likely to happen, or is it like you make us wait n+1 sessions by the number of people that ask when we're gonna level up?
That is the question.
I bet it's the n+1.
Judging by that tone of voice, I'd say so.
Okay, fine.
You'll
There's a
level
reason
up
none
when
of us
you level
ask.
up. We'll get there when we get there. Okay. So we will leave the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Back up to where you came.
Thank them all for their wonderful lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming by. Yeah.
We appreciate them and their lunch.
Excellent hospitality.
Indeed. So getting to fix this. Yes, so you'll leave. Make your way out. There's nothing to do. God damn it. Yes, you make your way out into the caves, which are adjacent to the temple. That many of you have been in previously. That you will remember are have some creatures living in it, deep within it. Those, unfortunately, only they walk to the fabrication station.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, the entrance to the mines has been guarded by a couple of dwarven monks, but they see you coming. They know of most of you, and here finally are your cum gutters.
Thank you.
You see that
Finally.
that two of the guards are.
Hey, they did see us coming.
Yeah, two of the guards there are
Oh.
the same caliber as your previous monk companion. That yeah, they're just milling around here. They're not trying to stop anyone coming in. They're just nothing comes out or anything else. And yeah, see that you guys are coming and just speaking through you guys. But yes,
June gets very distracted as we walk through.
fair. But it quickly becomes apparent that this is going to get very dark. It was already quite dark in this area. As once you got outside the city limits, there wasn't any magical lights or anything around. It was very much candlelight, as many of the dwarves, all of the dwarves, had dark vision, so don't really care that much. But as soon as you enter into the caves, darkness, most of you don't care about that. One of you does.
Or two.
Varys does a little bit.
There's a little bit. So, light casting, somewhere in particular color, April.
I'll make it a white color, I guess. I'm going to deliberately cast it on my crown and take my hat off. And I'm doing this so that I can like roll my hat up into a bundle, and then if we need to, I can just shove the hat on over the top because it will completely conceal the crown and therefore do the thing.
Makes sense.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So.
No, I mean, I figured I'd cast it on the ring, but then I've got to put my hand in my pocket, and I don't want to cast fire spells through my robes, just in case.
That's fair.
Mm.
Okay, so. Guess my question comes. As many of you have been in this cave system before, many of the precautions that you were taking.
Varus keeps his eye covered by the eye patch.
Okay.
So it's not leaking any light out.
Perfect. Remembering that this was the cave system that had the shadow creatures in there.
Jun has Devil's Sight.
Yep.
So he's all good.
Cool. So, well, you enter into the caves and start making your way towards the entrance to the replication station holes, the stuff that was below the fabrication station. Brain with words, not today. Apparently, yeah.
Fair.
Mhm.
Is honestly same.
Absolutely. Agreed.
So, I will first get you all to make perception checks.
Captain.
So, Jim, completely unaware as to what happened in here last time, doesn't care. It's like, oh, it's just another cave. Whatever.
That sounds like him.
Whereas
Not as dark as my soul.
Too busy being excited about Soulblade Excalibur. Something, I forgot the rest of it.
Caves. The rest of you keeping your eyes and ears peeled for stuff. Arrakis, you immediately notice the faint scratching seems, that you had previously heard the last time here, somewhere off in the distance of the mines. The creatures that were here last time are still around here somewhere.
Comforting.
their ecosystem. I think.
You have no idea. You hadn't really had the chance to truly understand how those creatures operated. They were just sort of shadowy and undeady and creepy, and tried to kill all of the dwarven children that you were with, and then you had to teleport out.
They were trying to dig at something, right?
They were trying to dig at something into the mines in a direction that you were going. So didn't investigate though. So, how do you want to proceed here with that knowledge?
Does Jun have this knowledge? I can't remember if he was here with.
No,
I don't think he was.
Jun was not. So,
Nemi was here.
I think Jun has just heard a few stories, perhaps, of this cave, and is like, "Ooh, spooky cave," and
Spooky kid.
isn't necessarily thinking about details of monsters.
Mm. So we're gonna sneak on through here, right?
Mhm.
That's how we did it last time.
Just try and be quiet.
Okay, let's see.
okay.
I will
Stealth
not do
checks.
a.
Are we passing without trace?
Yeah, we are.
Mhm.
Nice.
I did it last time, and I'm going need it. Fuck.
Sneak. Oh God. Sneak poorly.
Oh, there's a +10 to all of these. Thankfully.
Can't roll for Codswallop because this token references an actor which no longer exists.
Interesting.
Oh
Who stole
my
Codswallop?
What's well it?
The
What's
secret,
happened?
secret second one. There we go. Now I can see
What
through his
big
eyes.
teeth you have.
That's interesting.
Well, he rolled piss poor. Good thing I've got past without a trace, huh? He's busy thinking about squirrels.
I was gonna say that because Jun also rolled badly, that Jun's busy going, woo, spooky cave! And Codwallop's following them like, woo, spooky cave!
Spooky cave!
Right, it's a scary cave!
Oh god, I knew we never should have given these two weed before we started out. I mean, Scooby Snacks.
The dwarven Scooby Snack.
It's stank.
What are Jun's Scooby Snacks? Are they just pocket muffins?
Probably. Probably like with a little dusting of powder on them.
Yeah, that's pocket lint, darling.
Leftover grease from the pocket bacon.
Hey, when you live on the street, you make as much use of every ounce of calorie that you have.
Yes.
I mean, good, but you also wouldn't have known this. At one point, Jun had a suspiciously slobbery hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? Like,
Because there was a pocket bacon incident, and then there was a
Yeah,
codswallop incident.
did Codswallop steal
Yeah,
my
I bet.
pocket bacon?
Nah,
No.
you ate it fast enough, but he did clean up the leftovers.
Varys tried
That's
to
fine.
sneak some pocket bacon into your, some bacon into your pocket to give you pocket bacon, but got caught.
And you were just like, okay, and ate it.
Hello, bacon. Thanks.
Jun appreciated the pocket bacon a lot.
Nice.
And
Well-
he doesn't mind sharing with the dog, to be honest.
So,
That's okay, he had his own bacon.
Aileen.
Aileen just disappears.
is stealth. Where are you? Do I need to do this buffer?
Ailey no longer exists.
I got a plus
Yeah,
on it,
reliable
so-
talent. They'll be disappearing.
Yeah, that's a 31 with a pass data trace. So 20, 26, 28, 23, 17. So yeah, all quite stealthy. On pause. You guys know that it is the entrance is to the west of you. You know the rough general direction. Unfortunately, I can't reveal the entire map to you. As you have not seen the entire map, but yeah, you know the general direction.
Kind of remember.
Yeah. You need to go up and to the left.
Are we ready, kids?
Ye-
Not sure we're getting
Aye,
moved
aye,
on.
Thrakus.
Oh!
We lived in a pineapple under the sea.
Fucking, I don't know, this weird square guy.
Something
he
in
had-
orange? I don't know. How does that song go?
Absorbent and yellow and porous as he.
I see.
If
Mhm,
nautical
mhm.
nonsense be something you wish.
Then drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
Exactly.
Oh, yikes! All these millennials. Race for our televisions, I swear. So everyone else is coming,
Onward.
right? Oh god, again. I meant following.
Yeah. They're all getting in those combat
Thank goodness.
I'm
Focus on the
sorry,
mission.
Skelly.
Hey, I mean, it's my own fault, really, at the end of the day.
Sometimes we just have really sticky episodes.
Sometimes we do.
Sometimes Laurie gets stuck on something and
And
just
it's
really
funny.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mhm.
We're all running off.
Mhm.
We'll head in this direction.
Hopefully sneaking enough. Yeah. It's always startling when I just get yeeted.
The DM yoinketh. Hang on, the DM yeeteth and the DM yoinketh away. Something.
That is.
Man, we're traveling through this way faster than we did last time.
Dun, 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 dun.
We'll just assume we're all moving as a group.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
Finn
easier.
doesn't know where we're going, so he is probably sticking with everyone.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to admit to not knowing where he's going, so he'll keep up.
Can I make another perception check here?
You absolutely can.
Because I gotta listen for where these guys are.
Alright. You're definitely getting closer to them, but there's still quite a ways off.
It's so it was up this way, I think.
Not down from there.
I mean, that's why I went straight. Yep, this is that way. I mean, totally. I'm so glad you're being nice and not just being like, nah. You just got to remember years ago.
The Rikus would remember they are a ranger.
They're far better at things than I am. Is it up here or still
Yes,
down?
it is north from there.
Okay, I remembered something. Ah, yes. The branching legs. I had a feeling we hugged the wall last time and it didn't matter. But, / we may have had a fight here.
You did have a fight there, yes.
Hey, I have memories.
Hey.
What's up?
Lucky you.
It only happens occasionally, and honestly, I don't even know if I believe him. Yeah, we're
Mood.
still going up, right?
Yes, just wanted to go up a bit more.
Oh, I've lost Codswell up to the dark. Okay,
Okay.
I can't move him anymore. Maybe we should
Hold
cluster
there.
up, team.
Hold.
Hold! Is there a secret sneaky way for me to move both Codswell up and Thrakus, or is that just a DM
know.
thing? I might have to Google it. Or maybe some other less evil search engine. I don't know. Everything's evil nowadays.
Everything is evil.
And I mean that in a I'm sick of the evil, not in a I'm sick of everyone saying everything's evil because they're right.
Yeah. Okay,
Sure.
I'll get you to roll me another perception check.
Thank you. Perception.
Anyone else who wants to?
That one wasn't as good.
Let
Oh,
me
God's wallet.
perceive things.
Perception. God's wallet. He's really not giving a shit today. But you know what? That's okay.
A 3 says no.
Codswallop has consistently just got one more than you in his roll, and it's pretty funny. You two are just palling around. Like, fuck.
We're so high.
Codswallop has not forgotten the bacon hand and is hoping for more.
Never forget the bacon.
Dog never forgets a bacon hand.
Exactly.
Once
So-
upon a time, this hand contained bacon.
It is a story you will tell for generations.
Hands contain multitudes, particularly bacon.
Multitudes of bacon. Anyway, Varys, you will be the one hearing this time that it is not coming from the direction that you know you need to go, which is further northwest. It's coming from east and northeast.
Okay.
Outside the line here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that scratching in the dirt, the occasional low moan.
I will pass that on to everyone. I will do so through silent speech as well, so I don't have to say anything out loud.
Perfect. Right, everyone is aware of the spooky scratching and moans. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
It's poop.
Cool. You may continue.
Onward.
What should we end up taking?
Can I see anything in the direction of the spooky scratching and moans?
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Not from this point.
Yeah, I think if Varys has pointed out a direction, I'm gonna try and clock whatever's in that direction as soon as I possibly can.
Okay. Well, you need to go to this direction.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye out on that direction as we pass through.
Cool.
So I don't want it to take us by surprise.
Okay. Alright, continue.
Control we're taking. And this octopus.
Alright, so as
Is this?
Journey passes at this point here, and he's looking, hearing through the darkness with their magically enhanced sight. They can see some stuff. I will send to them so that they can reiterate it how they see fit.
Okay. That doesn't sound ominous at all.
Yep.
Oh.
Just fucking quickly type this shit.
Can you touch types, Kelly?
Yes.
Oh.
That's the keyboard that I'm learning how to use appropriately.
Very cool.
Yeah. What other pertinent details here?
My first thought when the first bits of it came through, until you clarified, I was gonna. Does anyone know what I was gonna say? Does anyone want to know?
I want to know.
I was gonna say. It's like the skeleton centipede.
Yeah.
I think yeah, as the group kind of gets on the other side, does Varys's mind speak go both ways or just one way?
No, it's just one way.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Do I have? I don't have the thing that Varys has. Nope. God damn it.
So many secrets.
So many secrets.
Over here,
Me
find
and
it.
Monster Hunter, like so many secrets. Sorry.
I think as we kind of get to the other side, kind of over here where we've passed this rock so they can't see us.
Yep.
I would just lean super, super close to. It was Varys that pointed out the noise, wasn't it?
Well, Thorax is also pointed.
Okay. I'll just lean in very close to them and kind of do a combination of like motioning with my hands and whispering incredibly quietly to try and convey the number. I'll be like however you would convey dozens, and because surely we've got some hand signals down a little bit.
Yeah. I'm imagining it like in flesh, like you're like counting on your hands, being like this many, and like double flesh 10 to be like there's a lot.
Yep.
And then like skeletons, like and mime digging.
Okay. Dozens of skeletons are digging. That's what everyone hears in their heads.
Hell yeah.
And then he'll mime like a ethereal attachment.
They seem to be linked.
And he'll kind of mime like my eyes are seeing them different, like your eye would see it different. And kind of whisper to Varys, like, I think what I'm seeing is not what you would see if you didn't have my magical vision.
I would pass that on to everyone.
I don't think Varys or anyone in the group has been told that Jun has magical vision before. So I think this might be new information.
Yeah, he probably pauses partway through saying that. Everyone just hears it being said very uncertainly in their head. And Varys will just give you a look.
Yeah, everyone would know that you have some sort of enhanced dark vision. You've been able to see things that have been outside of the field before. But not that it's any different than that it's got any additional level to that. So that is a bit dark. Okay.
Jun just kind of shrugs, like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Still
Fair
here
enough.
waiting for the crash. I knew that.
Hopefully Crash is not going to make any loud noises as we move through this place.
No.
Oh yeah.
He is being as quiet as he can. He didn't actually roll stealth, you're right. I mean, it would have to be a critical failure, so let's see.
Don't say that, then roll.
Pretty
No,
much.
he's fine.
No, goodness.
Okay. Well, you continue stealthily. I'll just move against the last few bits of the way here. See if we can direct here. Past this into the brain. Give me words, please. Into the building that is underneath the fabrication station. Stops being mines of cave walls and stuff. It changes to the familiar middle clad walls and floor that you're familiar with from all of the constructed buildings from all of the western cities like Aroga and the other places you've been to before. It's mainly for Apple and Jun's benefit, but this is like that. There are still strewn across the place. There are still clockwork bodies that you have previously dealt with. Yeah. You previously dealt with before the way that you've gone through this place. The last time you were here, having to fight them to defend a bunch of dwarven children. You remember all of that. Some of you do anyway. But there is obviously a section of this place that there's a door that is completely blown apart, big crater in the ground from where you had to use one of your big explosions on the clockworks. I'm sure you explained to
Yeah,
everyone.
whispering quietly.
Yeah, that was totally you, and
Mm-hmm.
otherwise it's relatively safe in here, especially since you guys have sorted a lot of that out. But you eventually make your way to the elevator part of this and make your way back up to the very tippy top of this place, back to the fabrication station, which is where Errol finally get their bearings and realize where they are, as this is a place that you had been previously when you first teleported to this region.
Is it like the white room?
Yes, the white stuff.
Gotcha. Now I'm with you.
Back up. Yeah. Where Joe and Albert are at. But you will have come in a different way this time. Come through. Up through a bunch of rooms. And this is probably the place where you will find something most interesting. We will see clockwork creatures that are a particularly large clockwork creature made of the same materials of Joe and Crash, but a huge hulking creature. They struggle to identify what it's supposed to truly be, but it is there in pieces. But following everybody else, make your way into the Joe is still working on his pictogram, as well as Zupimo and Elephant are there as well. And will startle when they realize that you've come by. Oh, you're back already.
Sorry to scare you.
No, we wasn't really expecting anyone to come up the long way.
We didn't have access to the teleportation runes.
Ah, yes, of course. I see. That's unfortunate. Do any of you know Teleport Circle?
There's a point towards Avril.
What do you need?
You know Teleport Circle, the spell?
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, do you want to come in here and memorize these runes so you can teleport here?
Okay.
It'll save us the
Start
trip
pulling
and-
out my sketchbook on the way in so I can draw them.
Oops.
Perfect.
My infinity sketchbook.
Yes. Well, Zupimo will lead you to the teleportation circle that is
Hmm.
at the top of the fabrication station. And very adeptly take down the sigils required to teleport circle your way here next time.
Cool.
Zupemo.
Yes.
Matter of business.
Business, you say?
Yes. And Varus will take out 500 gold and hand it over to him. Payment for services rendered and towards any in future.
All right. I'll put it on your tab.
Wonderful.
Happily take the gold off and disappear
Mhm.
into a bag somewhere.
Nice. Joe, we were wanting your help with something. Crash was able to identify some things, but not enough. In relation to, and Varus will just explain what's been going on.
Okay. All right. Let me see the images and see what I can produce. Produce the images that were generated by the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Sit there for a moment and scan each individual one. Process for a few moments. Look at you all and say, "This is interesting. It's sort of a rudimentary form of the pictogram stuff that we're translating already. Explains why Crash was familiar with some of it, but yeah, it's interesting. It's a lot of that stuff is performed by machines. This is very mechanical, if that makes sense. Whereas this is organic in some way. It's small mistakes. Yeah, it doesn't have the same pattern to it. But I think I kind of figured out what it's trying to say in a rough sense. That it's under attack and pain. Yeah.
That lines up with what we've been thinking.
Yeah, it seems to be like an SOS. So this is from the machine. It's with the fungal net, right?
Correct, yes.
Well, I haven't found much about. We haven't been able to figure out exactly what method, how the thing was constructed, and exactly how it's supposed to work. Just bits and pieces of it, really. But from our guesses and what you've uncovered, I would say that this mushroom colony that you've been come in contact with is neighboring colony that was down near that mine system, that temple that you discovered. And this colony had been where we got this fungal net from initially. We must have been attuned to it in some way, in a part of that colony. Maybe it was being used to communicate with them. It seems that these fungal creatures have some innate connection to the Black Sun. perhaps it's their nature of not quite dead, not quite alive.
Hmm. True.
The extant form of life that they are. But this is very interesting. I hope to know more when you have more information about it. It's very good to see you all.
Good to see you too.
All right. So,
Okay.
anything else? What's your next steps, everybody? We've got a teleportation circle here, ready to go. That everyone knows how to use. Get back somewhere. Everyone now has the key for it, so I can teleport here using it as well.
Nice.
Yeah, you got a couple of days before you can be back in before the ball. You probably want to get there earlier so you can sort out your clothings and outfits. It's however you want to play it. So, yeah, I think we'll finish up here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys decide where you want to go from here next time. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sounds good.
Alrighty. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. The team still haven't figured out what's going on down in the mines after years of that. So,
Literal yeah.
yeah, so if you're a watcher and you really want to know what that's all about, I'm sorry. Otherwise, thanks for joining us. We'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah.